Look at this. I got headphones on. I got a mic going. Baby.
If
Huh?
only people could see you now.
Hey, no video. We've gone through this before.
All right,
No
all right,
video.
all right. Welcome to This Commerce Life. This is a podcast aimed at small, medium entrepreneurs focused on commerce. I'm Phil, your host, and Kenny, your co-host, will join us as well. And we're going to talk to you about the world of retail and commerce and how things are changing in the world.
Mine's more important. Hang on a second. So just so you guys know, dinner's quasi-ready, but I haven't boiled the pasta yet, and I haven't put the stuff in. And now I just started. So if you guys want, I mean, it's 2 minutes, I think, for the pasta. You got to read the package. But I would put the garlic toast just needs the oil on top, probably put it in the oven to broil. But it's up to you guys if you want to wait or just do it. Doesn't matter.
How long are you going to be?
35, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You've waited for us?
Doesn't matter. No.
We'll wait for you.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so they're waiting.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That was quite
So,
nice.
what's
So what's going on?
Oh,
I haven't
I've had
had
a
a
week.
buddy.
I've had a week.
You got to stop this full time shit. Like seriously, I don't think you're understanding. That, how this works.
No. Like work is great, right? Like I'm messaging, I'm building. I figured out our message, right? So I'm building the plan now. So in a lot of ways, it's not different than the work that we were doing with our friend there,
Right.
building a plan. Because we're in the same boat, right? I don't have a lot of data. I got to test for new stuff. I'm working on messaging. I've got new messaging. I don't know if it's going to work or not, right? I'm building, and it's like I'm working on the messaging part. Like we talk about this all the time, but messaging is critically important to the way the business gets perceived by the public, right? And
Totally.
how potential customers might see it, how the press sees it. But at the same time, like while you're building something so high level, I'm building so this week I've been cutting videos by myself, right? With things like, because we've got a band with an NFC tap, so the tutorials that we're putting out for users to use you can't. It's a binary tutorial, so it's like tap on the NFC, but as well as I do that a lot of times these guys don't really know what we're talking about, right? So I'm shooting videos where I'm cropping so you can see a cut in of somebody tapping their band on the NFC pad, and it's like high level, here's where I want to be, and then granular, what goes out to the customer and how neat does it need to look right now. So it's kind of like that, it's not different, right? Like it's just kind of like back and forth, right?
Yeah.
No, it's really great. And then I have been doing some work. So into Locate, I was telling you guys about how, we're starting a different kind of media plan. I reached out to a bunch of influencers in the market. We put out a couple of articles about how we want to go after thought leadership in certain categories. We put that out as like a warmer, right? So we said, look, we, Interlocate is doing some really cool generational software. We want to be able to, engage other leaders in the industry and talk to them about how they see this as pivotal for the way our industry goes. And, I sent 6 emails, and so Yulia, the founder, was like, why don't you send all 20? And I said, no, because if I have people show up, I need to be able to talk to their people about queuing up an interview, and you're going to have topics, right? And so we sent 6. We got 2 back right away that were like, I'm interested. One was like, I don't have time to co-write, but if you want to interview me, I happily do it, right? So we're like, great, check mark. The other one's like, yeah, what kind of topics, right? And so she's like, are you sending more? I said, no, because I gotta stop. I gotta plot out what the topics look like. We got to think about what we want to write to set up this topic, and so it's going really well. It's just it's kind of a lot of stuff going on.
It's just like everything. It's just a little bit of a gong show.
Yeah.
Going on as you usually do.
Yeah.
But you know what, Phil? That's your problem. You wanted to be the big shot. Take the big time gig.
Listen. But it's not different, right? Because like, a couple of months ago you were like, hey, I could use a couple more gigs, and then, you got a couple more gigs, and you're like, holy crap, what's going on, right? And so I'm in, I mean, it's not different, right? Like I'm literally going, no, I want more gigs, right? Like, I got the full-time gig. I'm like, who needs just a full-time job? Let's go get more jobs, right? So, that's what I'm doing.
Well, if you look at it, there's 24 hours in a day times 7.
Yeah.
If the real job's only taking like 60 hours,
Yeah.
there's a lot of hours left over.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you use them?
Yeah.
There's like over 100 hours. Like, what are you doing? Sleeping?
I like it. So I know that the last couple of episodes I've looked a little frantic, but in actuality, I really love it because it really, it's almost like, like you're training for a marathon, right? It's like I'm running, I've got all the right muscles running, and I love it, right? Like I'm firing all the right cylinders right now, right? So it's just no, it's good. It's really good. So yeah.
Well, you look way better now than you did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago was really.
You don't look like you don't look like a. Are you still recording these? Like, are we still YouTubing?
Yeah. We just throw.
Okay, then you look pretty. You looked pretty bad. Yeah, you did. So just so you know, like, just so you're not. I don't want to. I love you like a brother, but seriously, you look pretty bad. Yeah, it was like. I remember looking and thinking, "Oh fuck, man, he looks like he's wow. That looks like a truck hit." Yeah.
I think that was because we were, we were doing stuff for our friend. I was getting, and honestly, like at that point, I just started reading all the material for NIMI. So like, just, it's different, right? You step into new industries and you're just like, what like 18 different acronyms? I already know 3,000 acronyms, but I don't know these 18. Like, I got to go learn these now. Right. So.
Well, that's part of it, right? You're just trying to.
Yeah, but I love it. I really do. Like it's.
You look way better. Like you actually look like you're happy now. So I think you're
Thanks.
probably into a groove too.
Yeah. I'm getting there. The weird thing now is. I don't use the NIMI stuff. I've kept deliberately away from everything else, right? Because it's kind of its own full-time job, which means I have a laptop that I use for NIMI stuff. And then I have this laptop that I use for everything else in my life. And so it's weird because
you're running 2 laptops.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't last.
I don't know how I don't want them. I don't want to combine them. I don't want them to crash into each other. But
you don't want the 2 worlds colliding.
Yeah, they can't collide, Jerry. They're colliding.
What was it? Yeah. The real Phil's going to clash with the work Phil, whatever he called it. Oh, fuck.
Colliding! They're colliding!
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But it's weird, right? Because and then you go through the logic of like, oh, maybe I should carry it all on this laptop, or maybe I should carry it on it's just
all good, man. It's all good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. But at least you got stuff going on. Like, you sound like you're busy. So
yeah. But it's good. It's settling into a rhythm. We're getting stuff done, and we're. And then, I'm sweating Sinead now. So I said to her, okay, I've been sending you lots of stuff. Send me back some stuff now, cause I gotta start figuring out, it's funny. Cause so I still teach, like an online course for the Centennial guys, but once a month I go in and see the students. Right. And so today was my day. I went in and saw them over lunch hour, and they were like, how do you do all that? And I go, you just do, like, they're like, you're engaging PR agencies, and I've got like Sinead and one other one that we've, NIMI has worked with before, kind of bidding on the business. And then I've got a couple of, designers, right? Because I need new icons, I need new, design elements and, all of that kind of stuff. Right. And they're like, how do you do that? You don't even know what you want yet. I said, no, directionally, what we were talking about last week, right, is I got stuff on paper, so I know where I'm going. I don't have all the details of how I'm getting there, but as long as I give everyone the same direction of where I'm going and my ideas,
should end up in the right place.
They're going to figure it out, right? And they're going to help me fill it in as I go, and they're going to make my plan better. Is kind of how you do it, right? Because you can't lock down a plan; it never works that way, right? So, So it's been.
So how's Sinead doing? I haven't talked to her in months.
She's good. Yeah. I like her. She's just
well, come on. How do you not like her? I mean, she's
just amazing. I keep throwing. Oh no, she's amazing because I keep throwing Like I like this industry that we're in pharmaceutical manufacturing systems.
Yeah.
It is the driest of the dry of
Yeah,
the
it's
dry.
like white toast with no butter.
Yeah, in the Sahara Desert, like that's what it is, right? And she's just so damn cheerful. Like I go, listen, I'm sorry, sending you more crap. I just want you to have the full picture. And she's like, bring it. I want as much as you can give me. This is amazing. I'm like, you are too
Alrighty.
excited. Like even I'm
strange
not that
girl.
excited. Like like yeah, but so it's good. She's good. She's good.
That's good. So that's good. So you got some work for her. You're gonna keep her busy.
Yeah. Well,
Is she
no,
coming on, or what's she doing? Have we talked
She's
to her?
got to pitch me, so she's got to build. She's got to build me a proposal and everything.
Okay.
And then she's coming on, so she couldn't do March, so we'll schedule her for April,
Okay.
and then she'll come on.
And then speaking of design, like
Yeah.
our designer, if your designer's good, we should use him or her. My designer, I really love, and it'd be the same thing. Just so
Yeah.
you know what it was, because I'm at Expo, right? So I'm at Expo West. So I'm walking the show, and there's been some, honestly, like fucking stupendous, and I mean like stupendous. And then there's been not stupendous, but stupid.
Stupid. Yeah.
Packaging.
Yeah.
Like where you're kind of thinking, I know what you were trying to do.
Yeah, but
Like I get it, but wow.
you
Like,
shouldn't copy and paste things into PowerPoint and then have them printed. It's a bad idea.
or you know what they're trying to do? They're just trying to be overly clever.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what then it looks like? It just looks like you were trying to be overly clever.
Yeah.
And you spent too much time trying to be clever, and you forgot what the whole point was. It was, as a consumer, because I walk the show as a consumer.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to walk as a buyer. Now I walk as, a consultant, but it's always a consumer. So if I look at something and I can't figure it out what the hell it is quickly, I'm thinking you missed.
Yeah.
Obviously that's it.
Yeah.
And then I've seen some stuff today. I didn't do much today. I got in late last night. I was with Luch today. So we were walking around the North building. We did that.
Okay.
I came back here to try to get dinner for the kids so that they're in and we'll get eaten. But because tomorrow's going to be a full day.
Chop.
But some of the stuff was just spectacular. Some packaging is like, holy shit, man. Like they nailed it. Like they just nailed it.
Oh, I love it.
Like stunning.
You should
I took some pictures I sent you if you wanted to post some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't take any product pictures.
Okay.
But I probably could over the next couple of days. The problem is, what's going to happen? I'm going to have 12,000 pictures.
Yeah.
We spent 3 hours. All we did was one of the buildings. Right.
Yeah.
So I haven't done the main floor. I haven't done the basement. I haven't done the upstairs.
You probably even that. Wow. These are great pictures.
Just look how many people. And apparently, one of those pictures is the picture through the windows looking downstairs.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was double that business yesterday because they opened that one opened yesterday. Apparently, it was just an absolute gong show.
Where are you? You're in Anaheim, right?
Anaheim.
This looks like the Florida. This looks like the Orlando Convention Center, the Orange County one.
Yeah.
Exactly like this.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
You should come to this one next year. You've been to Expo, right? You have not.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, you should come down next year.
Okay.
Yeah, you honestly, it's worth it. It was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Like, and I saw some stuff today that I was like, wow, that's
amazing.
Just really nice.
That's amazing.
Really nice. I'm pretty stoked.
And you have a designer. Who's your designer? The one that you love?
Cynthia.
Okay.
Cynthia Chase. She was in Vancouver.
Okay.
But she's awesome. Like, she's going to be doing some work for Aaron. She's done she's done our commercial drive. She's done Crow's Nest. She does a bunch of other things. But she's one of those, another one that just, I don't know, just really, just another, the dad that comes out. It's kind of like, again, one of these
proud
sort
dad.
of daughters that you just want to, just want to hug them to death because they're just so on.
Yeah, because they're
so
rocking
good.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
This is why we love Shanae and why I love Cynthia. They're just they just make you proud.
Okay. Cynthia. So that's our first.
I'd love to have her on. I think she would be awesome.
Yeah, she'd be wicked.
And I think she would.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not too sure who you have for design, but I would love. It's more to see what she does. She's probably like Shanae. She likes to meet you first.
Yeah.
Because she wants to make sure that do I understand what you're trying to achieve?
Yeah.
Like, do I get what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
And she would be one of those ones that would tell like our listeners that, listen, before you come, like your designer can't be in your mind.
They're not miracle workers, right?
Exactly.
Well, actually, sometimes they
you really
are.
need to have an idea of what they should do is they should help clean,
Yeah.
tidy, and make sure that it's not,
Yeah.
overdone, whatever.
Yeah.
But they're not, they can't translate your vision if you don't have a vision.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally
Like we were talking about that with one of her clients, and she said, the person was just all over the place. And she goes, I'm getting to the point where it's unfortunate, but it's sort of what I think they're about, but I don't know if I'm getting it because,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, yeah,
like you gotta kind of know what you want to do.
Totally get it. Yeah. I am. So I don't have a regular designer. So the one that I've asked is Sarah Carvello. So she's the one who did your shots, your photos for Commercial Drive.
Okay. Yeah, she did this work.
So she's got an eye for that stuff. So she does do design for a living with the photography stuff and, kind of, so, and she did our, do you have the stickers for Commercial Drive?
Did I tiptoeing around the house because they think they're making noise.
No. We love them. They should come on and say hi. So, yeah. But
next time they walk by, I'll grab Jen.
Yeah. But anyway, so I've said to her, I said to her, listen, I've got one deck. We've got this investor deck that we did that I hacked together images for. If you can clean them up for me, like the message is all baked in. I know exactly what I want to deliver. And so she was like, oh, I'm clear. Like I totally get what you did, but because you're snipping stuff off the web, it doesn't really translate well. So I'll go in and clean it and then kind of give you a nice polish and some personality to it. Right.
Perfect. Thank you.
And then we actually had a really neat conversation because she said, how much personality do you want? And I said, look, we're talking to pharmacy people, so not that much personality. Like just a dash of personality, they can't handle that much.
They won't know what to do with you.
Like you make it too exciting, and they get suspicious, and they're not.
Yeah, that's not gonna. It's not gonna work.
It's like
not an industry. Oh my God.
So a little bit of color and a whole lot of blend, and I go, yeah, just keep it like conservative. Think
white toast, unbuttered. Just lightly toast, Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Don't go crazy. We're not talking whole wheat.
In a blue suit, and that's our guy right there. Like.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
you should be at this show because honestly, this show is exciting. Not like your propeller heads.
No. But that's the conversation you should have with your designer. Is like you've got someone that's in tune with you when they read it and they go, listen, you said you want pizzazz, but it actually looks pretty good the way it is. It needs some cleaning. The edges need tightening. Some of these images are all unbalanced, so I'm going to unscramble them and kind of even everything out for you. And that's kind of a really good designer, right?
Yeah. See, and you can tell, like, again, when you look at product, you can tell if there was a good designer behind it. Yeah. For the most part, again, really and truly, a designer is not supposed to be your eye. They're supposed to try to help you, but I mean, if you're going to be convoluted, and I know you can tell in some situations, I'm sure the designer was spectacular, but the problem was the client wouldn't just let go and let probably the designer say, listen, sure, you can do that. You can do whatever you want. It's yours, but you might want to lighten up a little bit on this one. Right. But and Cynthia, I know, does that. Like she's you can only do it what the client wants.
So, it's a really funny. So I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts I listen to is a podcast called Reply All. They're huge. And they were talking about
huge like us or different huge.
Yeah, they're kind of big like us, right? Okay. Like they got our 6 users times about 1 million or so.
Oh, okay. Similar size.
Similar size. But they were talking about James Dolan. Do you know who James Dolan is? He's the owner of the New York Knicks.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is.
So James Dolan has a band he plays with.
Yeah.
And, it's like a hobby thing, but they were laughing about this today because they played a clip, and the musicianship from the musicians behind him are amazing.
Yeah.
They're just like as soon as the music, all he does is cover tunes and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
But as soon as they start playing, the music is just exceptional, right? Like you're just like, wow, this band is amazing, right? And then he starts singing, you're like, stop singing, stop singing.
Why are you doing that? Why did you ruin my music?
And so they were laughing about it because they were saying, why is he a musician? And they're like, yeah, because he went out, he's the owner of the Knicks. He went out and bought the best musicians he could find. But it didn't help because he can't sing, right?
You can't sing. It doesn't matter, man.
So
You can hire whatever you want.
It's the same thing here. It's like, if your message is shit, like you can hire.
It doesn't matter. You can hire the best of the best.
It's not going to work. Like,
right?
Yeah.
If you can't express your message cleanly and clearly,
yeah.
guess what everybody around you is going to do?
Yeah, got nothing.
Could be the best designers in the world, but that you can't cover the mistakes of the front person, of the front man, right?
Yeah. Man, anyway, I thought it was really funny. It was like,
I think it's hilarious.
So, yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
Man. So, what are you looking for at the show? What are you thinking about?
I'm not actually looking necessarily for anything. I mean, you know me, I'm always looking for trends. What I want to do with this one is just really walk the three of them through, because they've never been to a show quite like this.
Okay.
And I think same things like we always talk. It's an eye opener.
Yeah.
You know what you want to do is you want to just walk around and say, okay, so what do you see? How does this feel to you? Like, what do you think they're trying to tell you?
Yeah.
What's a trend?
Yeah.
What's hot? What's not?
Yeah.
In this shows like this, because this is California and natural health. It's going to start here. It's not going to start in the East Coast. It could start in Vancouver, but we're just too small. So, Los Angeles, California, this is it, man. This is where all the cool shit happens. I know it's all flaky people that live on the West Coast, the city definitively, but the cool shit happens here.
It does. It really does.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Natural Products Expo East is in
Baltimore.
Philly or Baltimore? Baltimore. Yeah.
Which is very nice. I quite like Baltimore, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know it's a little rough and tumble, but downtown Baltimore is nice. It's
fine.
I don't mind it.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just not the hotbed of organic.
No, it's totally different. Totally different. If you want to do like fancy food, San Francisco versus fancy foods, New York is better.
Yeah.
Because then it brings all the European and it's just different, right? It's just a very cool show.
Yeah.
San Fran's very, very cool, but not as cool as New York.
No. Yeah.
Definitively, Expo West is much different than Expo East.
Yeah.
Definitively.
But
cool. So I'm hoping what they do is I hope they enjoy it. I mean, I probably way oversold this, but
what you think? I don't know. I mean, like the pictures you sent me of the hall is huge. Like, I mean, I think that them walking through this, by the end of tomorrow, they should be like, I need to go in my room and like curl up in a ball.
I think that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah. But that's okay, right? Because you're just overstimulated. Like by the end, you don't remember what you saw. You don't remember where you were. You don't remember who you talked to.
Which is why you need this second day, right?
Yeah.
Because then you can start thinking, okay, let's go back to these ones, right?
Yeah. Hold on there.
That's why
there was one booth in there that I went, oh shit, this is cool, right? So now I got to go back and find them and ask them some real questions now, right? Because that's
which was what I'm going to be doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I found some cool stuff. I sent it back to Dominic and said, listen, what do you think of these? And so he goes, okay, what, did you ask? I said, I didn't ask anything because I'm not asking today. I just wanted to shoot some pictures.
Yeah.
But, I found a cool coffee type product.
Cool.
Saw some really beautiful packaged oat milks.
Yeah.
Plus they were really tasty.
Okay.
So I found some stuff that, we might be able to spin into the coffee company.
Cool. Very cool.
So I'm always on, looking for me because that's just, me.
Yeah.
But like even for these guys, I've already saw stuff that I thought, we could shake Alberta up a little bit.
Yeah,
Alberta might be ready for this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
There's some pretty cool stuff down here.
That's cool, man.
I love this show.
Yeah.
I'm already used to me.
That's hilarious.
And then I came home. I put a nice pot of sauce on. We're gonna have a little pasta tonight.
Yeah.
Some nice garlic bread. Be nice.
That's it's part of the show too, eh? It's like when you go with an entourage and you go with a group, it's nice, right? Because you get to compare notes, you get to hang. There's some camaraderie in it, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow night we'll come home and they'll be exhausted, but you'll be sitting on the table because we'll probably have dinner here tomorrow night again.
Yeah.
We'll probably Saturday, but it'll be one of those things. Okay, what do you think? And it's, what it is that, especially if it's a first time.
Yep.
It's,
Yeah. Oh
right,
my God,
because
there's so much stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then you start, like you said, you start walking through, and you don't even remember what day it is.
No.
Right.
You don't. That's amazing.
No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Started that gig with the liquor stores.
Okay.
What a hoot, man. What a hoot. Like, seriously, what a freaking hoot. First off, they're really nice people.
Yeah.
And they're a really good group, and they're all excited. And plus, you know what? Come on, seriously.
It's liquor. It's amazing.
Booze?
Yeah.
Like, seriously?
So what are you doing with those guys?
What I'm doing with them is sort of the same thing I'm trying to do with Valley, is going in and trying to just see how they do things. Yeah. Like, even on the buying side, like, how do their buyers look at things? How do they get information? How do they find trends? And sort of the roles, like how do they do things? Yeah. But then I'm also looking at the operations side too, and like, how does that interact? How do you disseminate information from merchandising to operations? What does operations do with it? Okay. Should we be looking at planogramming, and how sophisticated should we get? Which I don't think we need to. Yeah. I mean, there's only 2,000, 3,000 SKUs, and it's not like you need. So more directional. Yeah, I think we could actually almost go to a store, build something, shoot a picture, and say, here, this is sort of best in class. Yeah. Right. And whether a rosé is here, like, whether bottles, I mean, really, does it, it's just trying to understand which things you package, how do you package them, why do you package them? Like, when do you do stuff by country? Like, when you do wines, if you were doing white or red wine, you could do Italy whites, Italy reds, French reds, French whites, and have sections. But when you get into rosés, if you've got 30 rosés, like, why would you split them up? No idea. Right? To me, I think you put them together. Yeah. Right? Have them in a spot where someone says, oh, that's the rosés. And if anything, show some breadth to it. You'd actually almost want to planogram more by blocks, right? Because you want, I think so. You want the up purchase, right? Like, really, absolutely. What you're after there isn't as much about, hey, you know what? They're going to come in and they're going to look for Cab Sauv first before they get to Merlots or whatever. It's going to be, they're going to come in and buy 2 bottles of wine, and they're going to want some gin, or they're going to want, so sure that on the way in they're going to be able to see this, and then on the way out they're going to see this, right? So that's kind of what I was thinking too, right? And quite frankly, how people shop. They don't even come in, they're going to buy a cab. You know what they're going to come in? They buy red wine. Yeah. Then you start farting around. And a lot of times, that's probably how you do it. I know I want wine. I know I want red. I know I want Italian or French or Argentinian or whatever. And that's sort of how I think liquor stores are set up. And then once you're in that mess, then you start looking at maybe a Cab or Merlot, because I mean, most people don't know. No, I know there's probably a lot of our listeners who get wine inside out, but most of us just like drinking wine. No, yeah. Right? Does it have a cork in it? Does it cork, cap, red, white? Can I get air miles with it? Like, can I get air miles? Does this pair well with caviar? There's a couple of people who listen to this show are going to be really mortified. Like, when Jane gets to this, she's going to be like, God, Chang. Seriously. That's okay, Chang. You try. I don't. That's the point. No effort. I'm drinking it. Like, it's all good, like. It depends what you enjoy, right? Yeah. Depends what you enjoy. But I don't know. It's a fun gig. They're just good people. I'm really, really stoked on this one. Like, really fun. Are you a wine drinker? Yeah. I mean, I like wine. I do. I mean, the problem with me right now is the gout's bugging me. So I got to be careful how much alcohol I drink in general. But to be honest with you, like, to me, like, wine is the ultimate meal enhancer. Like, even just a glass of wine and a really good meal. Yeah. Like, to me, like, wine just elevates the meal to a whole new level. So would you choose wine over beer then? Depends what I'm eating. Okay. If you go for Japanese, Chinese, beer. Yeah. Beer. Totally. Interesting. Right? Mexican, beer. Yeah. Italian, French, wine. Okay. Right? It's just, I think it's just a different foods, right? Like, Chinese foods, Indian foods, Japanese food lend so well to beer. Yeah. Like, so well to beer. Yeah. Like a plate of
I'm not a beer
noodles and
drinker.
rice
No.
and beer. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not a beer drinker. Like the only thing I drink is
what the
Guinness.
hell do you drink?
I drink Guinness, but that's it. For beer. It's
So
a
you don't drink
I
beer, but
don't.
you drink Guinness. Like that's a
Yeah. It's really weird.
that's
I know.
wow.
I know. Yeah, and
That's a
then wine I'll
palate.
do, but I probably, if I had to lean on it, hard liquor is usually where I'm at. Like
Really?
I'm usually a tequila drinker, to be honest. Like not a like suck down a lime and toss it back, but like a really nice, a nice sipping tequila is.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. You're quite the sophisticate there.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's from.
I'm just trying to make sure the listeners. I'm trying to elevate you here. Just take it, man. Yes, I am. I am very sophisticated. Thanks, Mr. Vinucci. No problem.
Yeah. I like fancy. I can't pull it off.
No, whatever. Yeah, that's awesome.
Man, that's awesome. So how long are you
I'm
there for?
Sunday morning. I head back.
Sunday morning.
I have a 7:00 flight Sunday morning.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
not far from you, right? Couple hours?
3 hours,
Okay.
2.5 hours, 2:45, whatever.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's a quick flight. And then next weekend I'm in Vegas for the closeout show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a fun one too. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, that is a fun one because that's just like because you're like me. That's a big freaking garage sale.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. I mean, like it's like
that's
heaven.
a dangerous place to be. You got
my
cash
God.
in your pocket? Oh.
Well, you know the thing is, and
Bring a
that's the problem.
checkbook, like
I've got a credit card, right, as well.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
thinking,
bad.
oh,
No, you
So
need to
a
leave them in
pallet?
the hotel room.
just a pallet.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'd have to phone home, Amelia. Can you move the car?
Yeah. Dear. Is
Yeah,
there stuff in the garage? You should move it all, actually.
seriously. Like I'm kind of worried about it. I haven't been in a couple years. I'll be like 3-4 years. So yeah. I mean, I want these guys to buy it because I'm going back with Jen and Carmen, who are with me now here.
Yeah.
So we're going traveling next weekend together to that one.
Gosh. Oh my gosh.
So we go from a concept,
Oh my gosh.
enlightenment show
Yeah.
to like down and dirt.
Woo, you know,
So here we go.
this fell off a boat. Excellent.
Oh
And
yes,
it's intact on a pallet. I'll take
come on.
it. You know?
Give them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty stoked, man. Oh, come on, seriously?
Oh, Kenny.
I love closeout shows, buddy. Oh my god.
I can't go there. I've been to the closeout show twice, I think, and both of them were just
That's another one we should do together because we talk about always trying to find some cool stuff.
no.
Hey, listen, you're the guy who
all right,
drives
all right.
across the country to pick up a stupid car.
Listen, these listeners, all 6 of you, if you ever hear Kenny and I say we're going to the closeout show,
We're doing it in August. That's it. We're going.
You need to immediately, like, whichever one, Linda Webb, you need to shut down traffic in Vancouver and don't let Kenny out of the city.
Come on.
Right? Like, do not.
Don't be so nutless. Let's go. How much damage?
A lot.
Ah,
Come on.
Come on. What's your credit card limit? 35, 40 grand? How much damage can you do?
You and me together, do you know what kind of badness we'd be up to? We'd like
No.
oh
You exaggerate.
no. Okay. This is a great moment. All 6 of you listeners out there, you need to tell us what you think we might do in damage. I feel like the two of us together would be like a cyclone. We just whip
No.
they'd be like, who are those two dudes? They like bought everything down this aisle, they're like
I bet you.
I could sell that, I could sell that, I could sell that. Ooh, this will be great. Like
Okay, the tone sounds right. And the attitude sounds right, but I don't think we would do that much damage. I think we'd probably do a lot of damage. I tell you the truth. I think we'd probably max out.
Look,
The cards hold 35, 40 each. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see coming back with 75, 80 grand worth of shit.
Like in a second. Like I can see us going, wait, is that it? Well, hang on a second. Let me call the credit card company. I'll just get a little bit more. How much is that pallet? I just need another 15 or so, right?
You're probably right.
Like I met
one
you.
of the kids say, "Listen, okay, guys,
Yeah,
what do you have on your credit cards?
Dad, what's going on over there? Like,
Don't worry about it. Just don't tell mom." Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, no,
So we should do it then. We should do it for sure.
I met you. We started like messing around with recordings in November, right?
Yeah.
We put out our first one around Christmas or so.
Yeah.
In that time, we tried to put together how many items to sell.
I still think, well, I thought about it today.
Yeah.
I did, because I'm walking the show thinking, we talked about doing some stuff. Maybe we should find some stuff here.
Do you see that? That's just you. Like if I come out, like we meet somewhere at a show, it's over. Like
Maybe we'd balance each other though.
stuff. Like no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Not on
either.
this one.
No.
Everything else, yeah, but I don't think.
No, I get excited, man.
Like,
I have no control.
yeah, no, we need a check somewhere along the way. You know what would be really fun is we brought Kent out because Kent's talking about incurring more debt to run his business, right? From that last podcast he had.
Yeah.
So I mean,
let's bring him out. He should be here actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of keto shit here, eh?
Yeah.
There's keto and paleo and stuff like that. We really should have Kent back. We should really need to talk to Kent.
Yeah.
Or you know what I need to do? He's got to come to Toronto. The three of us just go for dinner and just sit and talk. Because I think there's a lot of play. First off, he's way smarter.
Yeah.
So we should be aligning ourselves with
a credit line that he's prepared to incur debt on. So
so there you go.
Show it is.
Well, we'll slide her up.
I love it. It's fantastic.
I'd always rather use someone else's money.
Yeah. Don't worry, Kent. We can help
Kent's
you.
Our man. Kent's our man. Oh, it's all good, buddy. All good.
I love it.
Anyway, that's it. I got nothing else for you.
No, I'm
light
good.
one today. I'm going to go get dinner going here.
I don't know if we should keep going. We're going to get ourselves in trouble, even more trouble.
No, I'm just I'm starting to. Well, I'll let you know tomorrow how much damage. There may be some stuff here we really should think about, but let's not get too far.
Okay. No, bring it on. Let's do it.
Well, you know what it is, because if I do, because now I've got Kent in my head, and now that's it. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk. We may be talking in the next couple of days. Okay. So if I phone you for a credit card or just in case I max out.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's all good.
I love it.
All good.
All right.
Okay, buddy boy.
For us. Yeah. Well, you have a nice weekend. Have fun.
I'll take some pictures. If I see some cool stuff, I will send it to you.
Yeah. Throw it this way. And we'll post.
Totally.
And then I'll talk to you next week.
I'll talk to you next week, or I'll talk to you this week.
Or I'll talk to you this weekend on bailout.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Credit card, just have it ready.
You got it.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right, see you, man.
Okay, we'll chat later.
Bye.
Ciao.
All right, that's the end of this Commerce Life. We'll be back soon with the next episode. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. Give us feedback. Tell us what you think. Subscribe. Like us, join us, share us, tell your friends about us. And we hope to see you next time with more commerce news.